Well, folks, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the Hoppin' French Quarter at the Caesars Superdome. Today, we've got an intriguing NFC matchup lined up here, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the New Orleans Saints. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. They'll fake the give, and here's Rattler. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Man coverage to start the game, and I expect we'll see a good amount of that. They trust their secondary to hold down the fort and let their pass rushers get home. And that's a good job right on play one.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Rattler wants to throw it. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Nick Bosa, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or two. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Purdy now to throw. That's complete to Pearsall. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. And now a decision here on the opening drive. 4th and very short, this part of the field. What do you think they do, CD?
I think you go for it. I think there's a lot of game left to be played. I like the advantage that they're trying to create here early. I say be aggressive and try and get it done.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Now Rattler. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Nick Bosa. What a start to this ball game. Still in the first quarter, and he now has 3 sacks, on pace for double digits.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield. but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
And some room to maneuver. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Throwing is Rattler. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
They'll throw. Here's Rattler. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Michael Williams just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Well, how about this? A fistful of sacks already. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. What an incredible start for this defense. If they keep this pace up, they could be looking at an all-time performance.
Rattler from the gun, 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. And it looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. 36 yards on the punt with no return. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Here's Purdy. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
Oh, the snap, a poor one, and this is blocked. And they will wind up with the football and the possession. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And they've got it inside the 10 and the aid. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place.
Picked up by Diamador. And the Niners are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from second and 2 to a tough third and 4.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Back to throw, Purdy. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
14. First down, 49ers.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds him and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
They'll have to deal with a second and 14 now after the loss.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Purdy.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Now Purdy.
And his throw is incomplete.
Had an open man that time. We ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Second and 10.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
On play action, Rattler.
It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. We're scoreless after one. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara.
And this will wind up a Saints first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
Play action. Now Rattler. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Well, they had that one sniffed out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
To the air is Rattler.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Under pressure, they got him again.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing, the O-line coach will.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. San Francisco set to go on offense once more.
They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, 2nd quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
He'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. He'll get this to about the 38.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now a 2nd and 6. Purdy looking to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. Throwing here, Purdy. This will be caught downfield by Gage. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And the Niners are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
From the 2, here's 1st and goal.
Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right.
McCaffrey.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 2nd and goal, Purdy. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
That's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks, and you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
They'll take over after that pretty clutch force fumble as they begin inside their own 5-yard line.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
They were just trying to give their offense a little more room down near their own goal line, but this is just going to make things worse.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw now in his own end zone. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. They'll run. This is Kamara. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And he's able to get it out of there. Returning it is Moore. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field.
And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
Here's 2nd and 10. In motion left, that's Gage.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
1st down, 49ers.
And the tight end goes in motion left. A handoff left, McCaffrey. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. He got 29 yards that time.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Purdy now to throw.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
San Francisco.
Russell Gage from 3 yards out.
And the 49ers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Jake Moody now for the point after.
And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Niners 7, Saints nothing.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The New Orleans offense set to take over.
They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. Looking to put a drive together.
I got him, on me.
They begin on the ground with Kamara.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Rattler wants to throw it.
There's a short one caught by Johnson. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up a third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now Rattler. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here's Rattler. They'll get this out to Kamara. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run the ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 39.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
They'll go play action here with Rattler. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Second and 5. Kamara up the middle. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Throwing is Rattler. And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Juwan Johnson, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
The kicker on
their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Dances by him. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Here's Purdy.
He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Back to throw, Purdy. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
And it's 3rd down.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter.
Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the 3rd quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play there for the Niners. 55 yards.
You just had the feeling that sooner or later someone was going to come up with that one play. Neither team has really done a whole lot offensively, but here's one that pays off to the tune of big yardage, and it's one that could maybe get this group in gear.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Purdy on the sneak. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going, so they call low-risk, low-reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving, and pick up another first down.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Play action. Now Purdy.
And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers.
Touchdown.
Ricky Pearsall.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the 49ers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
For the
Extra point try now for Moody.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Niners 14, Saints 7.
So here's Moody back out there now to sim this one away.
He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Cooks motions to the left.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll throw. Here's Rattler. He gets it to Cooks.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything, change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball. And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
The Saints field goal, a 49-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
So after the field goal, back out his groupie to send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More
under pressure, and they get to him again. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down.
Seems to me that our friend, Old Momentum, I think he's definitely changed teams in this game.
It's only going to grow after that sack, and now, heck, they can get the ball back here and possibly even get the lead. Here's Thomas Morstead now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Looking to put a drive together. He'll start with a give to Kamara. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. They'll give him 4 yards there. 3rd and 7 now.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Rattler. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
38-yard line.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Purdy. Now he's flushed out left. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. McCaffrey on the counter. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They go play action here. Purdy. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Shifts by him, and he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Line of scrimmage, the 9, 2nd and about a yard. Now Purdy. Buying time to his left. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Brock Purdy, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Now Moody for the PAT. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score Niners 21, Saints 10.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A 5-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the 30-yard line.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. On the counter, here's Kamara. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. They'll send the tight end in motion left. To the air is Rattler. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Niners set to take over on offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Well, the determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And what a tough spot for this defense because they know it's coming, but they're just powerless to stop it. What a great run there to start the drive. And you can bet there'll be more where that came from as they try to ice this game away.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Demario Davis there on the stop.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now a 2nd and 10. Purdy looking to throw. That's over the middle and caught by Pearsall.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
That's into the hands of Pearsall on the right side.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers.
Christian McCaffrey.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Niners have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
Boy, we talk a lot about Christian McCaffrey and what he can do in the open field, and it's easy to gloss over how tough he can be to stop near the goal line. And he shows you just how tough he is on that carry as he takes it into the end zone.
Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly,
that's caught inside the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Brandon Cooks, 69 yards.
And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game, So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete to Pearsall. Call it a gain of a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd down at the 26-yard line.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. 1st down.
And when all you want to do is keep your drive going, the quarterback sneak's a great call, isn't it? Pick it up, get a new set of downs.
And on 3rd down, usually you'd think 4th down quarterback sneak. There, though, it worked on 3rd. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And he'll find Farrell open left side. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Throwing here, Purdy. Pass caught by Pearsall. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
That'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 10-yard line.
Back to throw. Purdy. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you can take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
And the 49ers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On the ground, McCaffrey. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
Well, no doubt here in the 4th quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
2nd down and goal. Purdy. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Luke Farrell.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the 49ers have opened up a 3-score lead as they pull away here in the 4th.
Jake Moody.
Extra point try now for Moody.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35. Saints 17. Jake Moody to kick
So
off
here's
for the
Moody
49ers.
back out there now to send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This is caught inside the 15. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 55 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. They'll drop the throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Saints are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the 49er hands team does its job.
Onside kick recovered by San
The risk
Francisco.
reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 78 yards now for McCaffrey. It's a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Go with him, go with him.
And they just did not get the snap away in time.
Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Purdy now to throw.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw. Purdy.
And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
And that's one of the few things that has not gone right for this offense so far. They've had their share of big plays. That was nearly another. But somehow, he just couldn't squeeze it.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away.
Oh, nice move.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
So all eyes on the Saints offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. 1:46 to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down.
Rattler wants to throw it.
He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now Rattler connecting with Johnson.
Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. And I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
Here now, 3rd down. Here's Rattler.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. Thought they were going to force a fourth down. Instead, PI gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. They'll let the QB keep it here off the option.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
Brings up 2nd down.
Here comes 2nd down.
Now back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And while it's probably going to take a miracle at this stage, if they come down with this one in the end zone, they've still got a fighting chance. That one, however, winds up incomplete.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Throwing is Rattler.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now. And if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Back to throw here.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
At the 49ers' 40-yard line.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
They'll look to throw here. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. Till next time, we say so long from the Bayou.